Welcome back. We're here to talk about Saturday's Premier League match between Crystal Palace and Burnley. Matt, Crystal Palace still looking for their first win, but a decent draw against Newcastle last time out.
It was, I'd be pleased with that. Obviously, the manner it came about, stoppage time, wasn't it? It's always good to get a point late on. Start of the season hasn't been ideal off the pitch, obviously managers in and out. They lost to Arsenal, lost at home to West Ham, which is probably the really disappointing one. Their home form was going to be important. But to get that first point on the board in the manner in which they did, they'll be pleased with that.
A similar story for Burnley, really. They lost their first two games, but against Manchester United, they got a good point.
It was a good point. I mean, even though United, they're obviously not in the best place at the moment, they're still searching for their first win. It was still an important point for them, especially because there was all the hype about Di Maria getting his first game, but they managed to stop them scoring and get a decent point. But I think for them, obviously, they're expected to be right at the bottom come the end of the season, so they need to get that first win under their belts as soon as possible.
Matt Zaha got that equaliser against Newcastle. How important is he to the team now for the rest of the season?
I think it'd be really important. No one's ever doubted his talent, is it? He's shown it time and time again. He's got a lot of ability. It was just a big game, the big team. When he went to United, it was all sort of a bit. No disrespect, it was a bit too much for him, wasn't it? I'm not saying he won't make it at United because he's been there on loan. But for Palace, he's sort of that. He makes things happen for them. So I think he'll be really important. I think he'll score plenty of goals and he'll get the fans excited again, which I think is really important.
Gale also scored against Newcastle. He's a bit of a doubt for the weekend.
Yeah, that'd be a big blow. I mean, Gale, you look at his goal scoring record all throughout the leagues. I mean, in the Premier League as well and the cup competitions, he always seems to find the back of the net. And I think he could be really important this season. If he doesn't make this game, that's a big blow because it was the home games where he sort of thrives, doesn't he? So. Big blow.
And another doubt is Ings for Burnley. How big a blow would that be for them?
It really is, because obviously he scored so many goals last season, was probably the best player in the Championship last season, but he's yet to find the net for Burnley, and he really needs to find the net in the Premier League as quickly as he can. But if he misses this game, that's a blow, because he would have fancied scoring against Palace. I mean, obviously Vokes is still out injured. Hit them two with a big duo last season, and now Jutkiewicz is going to have to start up front, and he really needs to find the net as well, because he was a good Championship striker last season, but he's probably no more than that. And even though he's made a decent start in the Premier League, he really needs to find the net as soon as possible.
What's your score prediction for this one?
I actually quite fancy Burnley to win this one. I mean, they're not going to get many wins this season, but I think Palace will be one of the teams that they think they might be able to nick a result against, so I'm going to go 1-0 to Burnley.
Matt?
I'm going to sit on the fence. I think, like Pascal hinted on, I think these two are going to be around the bottom of the table, aren't they? They're going to be battling for sort of staying in the league, so I'm going to back a 1-1 draw.
I think it might just be a Palace victory, so none of us can separate these teams.